Hi. Welcome to the Frontline Lightworker podcast, episode number 1.
I'm Alethea, the salad maker.
And I'm Subhraag, the bread boy.
So I came up with the term Frontline Lightworker without you.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, in recent years, maybe within the last year or two.
Oh, that recent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was working on clients that just had, that healer energy, and the people that just come into the world and just make you feel inspired or want to live better or grow. And I don't know, it just popped into my head, the term Frontline Lightworker. I thought it was really descriptive of types of people like me and like you. And so I brought it up to you and you loved it, right?
Yeah.
And so what does that term mean to you?
Well, I think you're the living definition of it. I mean, I look at you even just talking about it, and you radiate just the beauty of divine light, and you carry that with you wherever you go. So you don't even have to do anything or perform or say anything special. Just your presence makes things better. Every moment I'm with you, I feel like I become a better, more beautiful person.
Thank you.
So the essence is just living your essence.
Yeah.
And it is truest, most authentic, pure form.
And there is it's like living authentically, but then there's the aspect of frontline.
Yeah.
And so I feel like these types of light workers, because there's all kinds of light workers in the world, are the ones that were incarnated on this planet at this time to help with the ascension of the planet.
We're preparing the way, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think that there's more and more just popping up all the time, whether we're just finding each other energetically or we're popping up because things are moving really quickly and people are ascending and there's so much spiritual growth, collective consciousness. I don't know, but it's just became clear that it was time to start talking about it.
Yeah.
So I've held on to the term for a while in private and shared it with clients who I feel are this type of person. And I've been wanting to have a place to talk about it. So I thought about really putting it out on my YouTube channel as something to talk about, maybe like Frontline Lightworker Fridays or starting a club or a membership or something. But by the way that we talk all the time and you're the person that I'm spending the most time with, it's like, why should I not just talk about it with you?
Sure. Great. I love it.
And have other people here when we want to talk about it. So also might be a surprise that I'm saying that I'm spending all my time with you, because some people might not even know who you are.
Who am I? That's the question.
This is a chance for people to start seeing more of me and you together and how we speak to each other.
Awesome. I love it.
And we get to have conversations all the time. So that's great.
Yeah. Well, we've been performing on stage and the circus together and developing acts where we can just be in the presence of an audience. It's just another way of doing it. It's just our nature. I'm a Leo, and by nature I like to just be on stage with the spotlight on me. Yeah,
you're very good at that. and I love that. That's great. I just happened to have a show.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. That worked out.
And you're writing the book on how to treat a Leo.
Yes. I came in with the knowledge of how to do it. It's one of my favorite signs of the zodiac. I'm an Aquarius. We're polarities. We're polarity suns, polarity moons. Aquarius, Leo, Cancer, Capricorn.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wild.
It's I call it hypercompatibility.
Yeah, I mean we don't know if astrologically that checks out, but it seems like it really does for us. So, we've been kind of just really loving time together the last 6 months and having all of these ideas come in of how to work together. And it's just very apparent that we're doing that. So here we are.
Well, I think that one of the things that you said when I first walked in the door here is that it was a full body yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not something that, growing up, I've ever heard someone say. I don't hear people say that to me. I have this mentor, Gary, who I've been working with for the last number of years, and he's helped me get into my body and sort of energetic sense perceptions in that way, communicating through more than
Mm-hmm.
just like being stuck up here in the head and concept.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is one of the traits of what we're moving into is intelligence through the full sensory, like conscious system, not just logic and thought and the sort of 3D sort of, I call it the sack of flesh mentality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I love working with bodies for so many years leading up to this point. I was always into the spiritual side of life, and I came in just in that realm.
I think you were born like that.
Yeah, I was born like that.
I just met your family. I just spent a week with her family, and her whole family's like, they're just like born frontline light workers.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I didn't find spirituality. I rolled straight in, like ready to go.
Yeah.
But it was cool to have all of these years doing body work and learning how the body responds to all of it, and how not only do we have to work on ourselves spiritually, but we really have to work in the body, and it tells us things before the mind does. And when I got divorced and I was healing and still am healing, I was absolutely repulsed with the thought of even dating somebody or being around another guy. Like it literally grossed me out.
Yeah.
And so except for men that I trusted and like being around my ex, like a safe, not that ex, but like safe people, it's like, okay, but it's like the next time I'm going to date somebody, it has to be a 100% full body yes in the body, full body yes. But it wasn't just about dating. It was about doing anything, because I was starting to like learn my boundaries and where I had overgiven. So it's like anything in life, if I want to do it, it should be a full body yes. Otherwise, it's no. So yeah, when you walked through the door to come over, the night that you came over, I opened the door and I was like, my whole body was like, yes, I want to be around this person.
Well, I think most of us have been taught growing up that we need to compromise, that life is not about getting everything that you want. It's about, kind of making yourself smaller and clamping down and making it work, despite that there might be problems and all of that kind of thing. And I think that leads to just codependency, and it leads to carrying around all kinds of baggage that just doesn't fit, and it can feel like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, compromise meaning like you are making yourself smaller, changing who you are to fit for something else.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's obviously a difference. There's a difference between compromise and growing together.
Yeah.
Like, because there's never not going to be some kind of contrast.
Yeah, when you're not growing, sometimes it's like fit this part here and this part here, and if I move this around here, then maybe it can work, and da-da-da-da. And that sort of like folding around and trying to like contort yourself, it just leads to stress, it leads to resentment, it leads to all kinds of problems. And instead, I think we're learning that we're adopting this way of life where we're just constantly learning.
Yeah.
It's like we're very introspective and seeing like where we're at in the situation. It's growing and changing and shifting and learning together.
Which ways do you see that frontline light workers may have collectively been compromising for others? Like, do you think that's a theme in frontline lightworker land?
Absolutely. Well, because we want to help.
Yeah.
Like my vision for the world is to transform the vibrational matrix of planet Earth so that humans of planet Earth
no big deal.
Completely international, and can live a better, more healthy, happy, exuberant, joyful, life of divine play and divine creativity. And I think that we've been sort of hypnotized into a limited set of possibilities and movement and thinking and creativity and work and relationship. And I think there's a whole other level of possibility that we as humans can experience. And so my natural sense is to want to help people and to help others. And
give me the fixer-uppers.
Yeah, so give me the fixer-uppers. I see your potential. And I can help you, But what happens in that situation, if we don't have a sense of our boundary, of integrity of self, then we can get what's called energy vampires.
And then I feel like we were just talking about this too. I know we've been talking about energy vampires, but we were just talking about if like our friends, we're finding relationship dynamics within our friendships that have these codependent hooks where like maybe they're not happy with who we're becoming, or maybe they want more from us than we've been giving them, and they find offense to what we've been doing, even though that it was not our intention. For some reason, like as a frontline lightworker healer type, like we take responsibility for it. We're like, oh my God, I just want to fix this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. And then we dread the confrontation and we doubt ourselves, and we just want to, like, what can I do to make it better? Yeah. And really that's just playing into this whole dance that is completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Because they're wanting on our own.
They're wanting to keep you how you were, how things were, like your old drinking buddy, things
something like that.
Yeah. And
it did change that did change a lot when I quit drinking, because I stopped hanging out at bars. Obviously, I didn't for a while. I was still hanging out at bars, but it was very hard to be in social circles where everybody was drinking just because I really wanted to drink, and I was trying to stop. And so it was like just reprogramming myself physically and spiritually, and learning a whole new way of being. So it was hard to hang out in old situations. And that doesn't just come with drinking, that comes with growing as a person. Sometimes you outgrow situations or friendships or relationships, or they just change and evolve.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain people who've been with me for a long time, and I think will be with me through my entire life, as long as I'm alive, or as long as they're alive, because of this expansiveness, this love of self-inquiry, the love of growth, the love of evolution, and seeing beyond, whatever small little ripple in the ocean there might be. And some people are not into that. They want to just keep a status quo. There's sort of a ceiling on their level for growth, and oftentimes growth means can lead to shame, which is seeing parts of yourself that make you feel uncomfortable, and instead of really being with that and going into that, they want to, blame or attack or avoid those feelings. So I think one of the things that really excites me about partnering and relationing with you is that we're in this dance of like, oh, wow, that's interesting. Like really taking interest in where we feel those feelings, as opposed to running away from it or, blaming other people.
Yeah, it's my favorite hobby. It's like looking at where am I coming from here, and how do I fix this? Or that's, I didn't realize I was looking at it like that. And how is there another way I could look at it? It's just growth, and it's fun.
One of the metaphors that I always come to, because along with being a light worker, I also consider myself a sound worker. Yeah. Frontline sound worker. Is my primary interest at the moment. Kind of my focus is expanding our harmonic system. We've been brainwashed as musicians that there's only 12 tones in music, and there's nothing beyond that, and all music is just created by permutations of these 12 tones. Well, that's not really the case at all. There's infinite tones in music, and you can use all the notes in between the notes, and you can morph between them, and have all of these interdimensional sort of dances of harmonic resonance, and there's so many musical nuances and experiences that are so beautiful and inspiring that we haven't had as humans yet. But I think without having had that, having things like that, we're limited in how we think. So if it's not C sharp, then maybe it's D. If it's not D, then maybe it's E flat. But we're not thinking about, well, what's between C sharp and D, and what other kinds of portals does that open up?
It makes your head kind of spin if you think about it.
It's my 24/7 like state of mind, just like interdimensionally shifting between like harmonic resonance portals. That's like the life of a frontline sound worker.
Frontline sound worker, that's good. I like that. We could make that into a whole different podcast or channel or something. Take it out. Write it down. We got a lot of things coming in. I have maybe, I don't know, on average like 20 new ideas a day.
What about our micro bakery?
I got time. Let's start another business.
Well, I think that defines the frontline lightworker is visionary.
Visionary is a good word.
I think my experience being born essentially a visionary on some levels, I've always been thinking into the future and permeating and creating things. It's just the way that my mind has worked, is that 99.99999% of people, when you present them something, they see it for what it is, where it's at. Like most people cannot like take an idea and apply a permutation and say, well, we do this, we do this and we add this and we give it a little time to sort of grow organically, and maybe this thing doesn't work, but maybe that thing will work, and if we fail, it's okay because we learn from that, mistake. And then it's just like they don't see that unfolding of process. They just see where it's at the moment. So I think one of the things that I've been really enjoying about you is like, I don't have to worry about presenting something that's in a state of progress. Like, you see the essence of it and you see where it's going.
Because everything is in a state of progress.
Yeah, absolutely. and that's, look what you did to create Gladius, for example. I mean, this is one of the most amazing places that I've ever been. I've traveled the world. I've done so many things. It's my favorite place to be. Yeah. And that was a process. I mean,
creating it.
And just running it now. Oh my gosh, to be able to hold that future vision and see into it and live into that and take the steps of the moment in order to, nourish it and bring it into what it can be.
We are visionaries.
Yeah.
And also have an understanding that there's a much bigger picture than what our little lives are, right here. Like, we believe in the expanded consciousness and growth, and we're just in a little small blip, and there's so many things that we can do here while we're on this planet, incarnated in this time, and it's really exciting.
Well, I was like, in my process of developing Infinitive Tone, which has been really lifetimes, but more in this 3D time frame, like 10 years, 12 years kind of thing,
which is similar to Gladius.
Yeah,
it's a similar project.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just mine is more like vibrational, and yours you have like horses and like things like a ranch and like things that are very physical, so it looks a little bit different from the outside. But I'm coming out of a divorce myself, and I was at the point where I was like, where I told myself, like, I did not want to be in another relationship until I had that established in a way that was closer to my vision.
Your company.
My company, or just my company, but it's not just my company. The company is sort of like
your baby, your career.
Like having the what's in my imagination floating up here and developing both personally and collectively, expressed in the physical world. So I thought I would, because I didn't want to have. But now that I've met you, what I'm really excited about is what we talk about, falling in love with the process. So it's not like we have to be there to be something. We don't have to achieve that. If I achieve that, then I'm going to be that. It's like we're operating in a state of perpetual creativity. So
and that was like your little like, oh hey, Subhraag, it's not, when you get this, then you can have that. It was like a little mini lesson that you already knew.
Absolutely.
Because so many people get caught in that. Well, I'll be ready to have a child when I have this straight financially, and this is going to be like this, and then this and this. It's like, that's not how life works. We have to be open at any time to receive the things that we want. And you've been working on yourself for a while.
Yeah.
And you were working on manifesting a lot of what is happening now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, we talked about Landmark, and I've done Landmark, and one of their distinctions that they have is like most people think it's have, do, be. So if I have this, then I can do this, and then I can be this.
Yeah.
But it's actually the opposite. You have to be, do, and then have.
And you have.
Yeah. So, and the way that I see it, I think the way of the Frontline Lightworker
is to be.
Is to be.
Yeah.
And what we're doing, and what anybody's doing, and it's not like a Frontline Lightworker is special according to anybody else, but we all have the same exact technology. We have the same, like every human being has the same exact technology, and we're working with the same tools and the same powers. We have our own unique gifts that we have to listen to. And I think what happens is you create the energetic framework for it, and then the physical matter just manifests around that.
It's true.
Through resonance, through purity of resonance. And that's how manifestation works.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Remember that time when we were watching that pizza documentary, and and I just got this like impulse. I have to learn how to make like great pizza. And then
Thank God.
the next day, our friend called and was like, "Hey, I was just given a $12,000 pizza oven."
Things like that. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had not only that, but there's been so many little things like that happening around us. I feel like things are just they're just coming in so much quicker.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because the more you're falling into your own alignment with yourself, like things line up really, really quick.
The physical world is becoming very malleable.
It is.
Like we think of it as this hard, like fixed thing that operates on a particular kind of logic and linearity, but it's not anymore.
And we got to run the rat race and do the thing and do all of these expected things to be a good human and have the perfect, retirement or family or this or this or this and protect yourself. And but it's just not how it works.
And I've heard for years as the frontline lightworker interested in all of these kinds of things, like the Aquarian age is coming, the 5D is coming, the new dimension is coming. But I think we're fully in it.
We're here.
We're in it.
We're here. Woo!
We did it. We made it. We survived. It's fun.
I'm
it's
into
really
it.
Fun. Yeah.
I had no idea. If you would have told me last year that this is where I would be, I would have told you were insane. No idea I would be like explosive, disruptive, divorce, things gone, me like hitting my ultimate low, shedding off layers I didn't even know I had, healing from past traumas and ways that I relate to people, and my people-pleasing healer needing to fix everything mode, all of that just burning. And I feel great.
Yeah. We are burning karma fast.
I look different than I used
amazing.
to look. I look like I feel like I'm aging backwards sometimes, not all the time, but I feel really good. I'm like, bring it. I've never felt better in my entire life. And that's how I know when there are these like discrepancies or weird boundary things that maybe it's like not, it's just little time to take note because, they're just not affecting me the way that they used to.
Well, those discrepancy things, we notice them, we can notice them and feel them and process them if we have a regulated nervous system.
Yeah.
So I think...
And that's why I did that video yesterday on boundaries, and it was like, we can make those decisions for ourselves and say what we need to say for ourselves and let it be like water on a duck's back, because it really doesn't matter how other people feel about it.
Yeah, it's true.
We're not trying to hurt anybody. We're just loving ourselves.
Yeah. What my mentor Gary and I were talking about in a session like a few days ago was in terms of like, you don't have to set boundaries. It's like, this is my boundary. You are the boundary. Like your sense of self and individuality is the boundary.
I love that.
And it's so helpful that it's like, there's nothing to, you're not using effort or force or anything like that. It's more about just really being with yourself and being, ultimately cultivating a general sense of nervous system regulation, centeredness, settledness, being like that lake, that classic metaphor, the lake that's so still that can reflect the mountains in a clear way. And then when there's something that's out of alignment with that, you can feel that ripple. You can see, oh, that creates a little distortion in the field. But you wouldn't notice that if you're constantly stressed and in fear and anger and having what I call incoherent waveforms all the time,
or being in survival mode where you just nothing is getting through. I love that you are the boundary, or you are that you are.
You don't have to set boundaries. You're the boundary.
Not setting them. I love it.
Yeah.
And that can grow and change as you do.
And but then there's I am the boundary, but as in an intimate relationship like this, I feel like our relationship also is a boundary. It's a harmonic field of deep integrity, and we're always constantly picking up on each other's thoughts and feelings, and we can feel each other on a very deep level of like when there's resonance, when there's something that's like a little bit of a rub. I mean, I think we're like hyper attuned to that dance, which I really it's really interesting.
I love it too.
Yeah.
And I love that we haven't really talked about it.
No.
Our relationship to other people, and I spent a lot of my life worried about what people had to say about my life. And there's been a lot of judgment on the decisions I make for my life. And I am not living in the world that I care about that anymore. So it's been really fun to just enjoy my life the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And to not answer to anybody except for myself, and to heal, get the best sleep of my life, regenerate. What do you feel like we're reprogramming in our sleep? You know, it's like just full on reprogramming.
Our nervous system, all the energetic bodies are completely reformulating for the next, you know, kind of quantum leap.
Yeah. And now it's just, there's been just a little bit of edgy little shift with this jumping into the year of Fire Horse that I just really like, because it's like, all right, now it's time to be like talking about this stuff and being more public and more open, and, you know, finding other people like us and relating to the stories, because I think Frontline Lightworkers got to stick together.
Yeah, we do.
And learn how to protect their boundaries, because most of them are empaths, you know, so it's like we are the healers of the world. And it's not that nobody can be a Frontline Lightworker, because wouldn't it be great if everybody in the world we're moving into that state. I mean, the old way of being, what some people call the Piscean age, is an age of compromise, duality, and all that stuff. And I think now we're moving into a state of resonance. And it used to be where you're trained not to listen to yourself. You go to school, you do the task, you go through the day at this period of time, and it doesn't matter what you feel or what you care about. It's like you're like success oriented. But now, like, for example, with the advent of AI, where we don't need productivity, we need creativity. And my personal belief is that everybody is born with a gift. And we know that gift because when are engaged in doing it, time disappears. Like, it's complete interest, it's obsession, it's easy on some level. I mean, it might not be easy in the sense of like, oh, it's so easy, but it's like there's no doubt in the mind that you're attracted to that and that you have to do it. And I've gone through so many phases of my life over 4 decades of being interested and attracted to different things and not really knowing why, but sort of just trusting it. And now that I see, now I'm at Gladius, everything's coming into play. Everything makes sense.
Everything makes sense. And this is like a dream that's beyond even anything that I could have seen. Like, you're a partner that's beyond what I could have dreamt. Like, if I had dreamt like my ideal partner, it wouldn't have been a tenth as amazing as you are. Like, same. So it's like following all this stuff. It's like you can achieve your dreams, but then sometimes there's dreams which are beyond what even you dreamt, which is amazing. And I think we can know what I require as a human is I require everybody to be selfish like that, because we all need to be self-realized and to realize that the gifts that we're given. And once we all realize that, it'll be like pieces of the puzzle that come together. It's like, oh, here's my gift, here's your gift. Look at how
it'll
amazing
be the
it fits.
ultimate, like, wow. I mean, imagine what the world will be like. Yeah. Amazing. If everybody is truly living as who they are, you know. And I've never been in a relationship where I felt like I could do that.
Yeah, me neither.
And it doesn't mean that any of my partners were bad people. It just means like there was always, you know, some kind of like dance where I was like trying to make them okay, or trying to regulate, or, you know, just me just needing to like fix everything or make it better, you know. And there was no living for me, or, you know, there was always a hesitation. And with you, there's no hesitation on being exactly who I am at 100% of the time.
It feels limitless.
Yeah.
And it's so comfortable.
It is.
Like,
it's weird.
you're literally the only person I've met ever that I could just be with 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, I thought.
So why not have a podcast?
Yeah. I mean, I've always loved humans. I mean, humans are amazing. I love being a human, but I always thought, well, I'm a bit of I always need my time to myself and all of this stuff, which I do, but not with you. I can be with you all the time. It's never enough.
It's great.
And
I mean, yeah. It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Oh, it's not. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, everybody.
I know.
Listen, I know. I've been through this. You're still, you know, early on, but you're gonna see the reality of life. It's hard. The struggle is real, ladies and gentlemen.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for whatever it brings. It's fine.
You know, I think it is if you're not the ocean and you're the wave, you know. So like, waves have, you know, they're coming and going. Sometimes they're ferocious, sometimes they're light. And if you're staying on that surface level and you don't have a deeper sense of the ocean, then that's what happens.
Mhm.
But if you have like, we have this like oceanic like sense, it's like amazing. And so there's all kinds of waves that come, and we're just like surfing it.
Yeah. So we'll bring other people, we'll bring others to talk to us here, and we'll keep conversations going. I think like just check-ins about like what we're going through, what we're noticing collectively, because I really feel like a lot of this stuff when we're bringing it up is like, oh man, I'm feeling that too. I just went through this. So a lot of this is really collective, which
I'm interested in doing this too, because like every time that you put on like an astrology reading for something, you have a couple of people that you follow, and it's like, I was just thinking that, we were just saying that, this is exactly what's happening. Oh my. And I really think that, there's a lot of global problems out there and all of this stuff, and I think that we're all processing this all together. And I think if we can understand what's going on for us on the macro, we can better understand what can go for us on the collective. And I think for changing the world and changing the vibrational matrix of planet Earth, not just making little improvements, we have to live it ourselves. And it's our internal beingness which the physical world sort of resonates with.
Yeah.
And so whatever we're getting out there, it's exactly a reflection of what's inside. It's like perfect mirror. So
it's all perfect.
Yes. You're perfect.
You're perfect. That's enough of that.
Okay, before we get too disgusting.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Adios.